So, assalamu alaikum brothers and sisters, I have a brother here who is complaining of jinn possession. Okay, so what's his story? His story is that, alhamdulillah, he had dawah from one of his family members and he started practicing Islam. As he started practicing Islam, he came to another country. I came to this country. He went back home to celebrate that, mashallah, he's happy, he's working and so on. But unfortunately, he was praying, which is good, but he wanted to celebrate, and one way of celebrating is maybe doing something that is haram. It's not something that we advise or tell people, celebrate and do something haram, but he done something haram. He was smoking. As he was smoking, he was obviously not fully aware. He went into a room and it was pitch black. Now he said he saw something look at him and it was darker than the darkness of the room, and he felt it go inside of him. And from then, he felt like the prayer or reading the Quran or making dua was heavy for him, and he couldn't do the things that he used to do before. So this is his story. Inshallah, I'm going to go back to him and hear more what he's got to say about his story. Inshallah, billah, I'll record it here and give you the conclusion at the end. Did I say everything right?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened next?
Exploded.
So you can imagine this brother, he's come to the UK, mashallah, he's got a job, he's feeling good about himself, he's wearing nice clothes, he stands out in the community, and now this thing has just took hold of him and his heart is racing and his heart feels like it wants to come out of its place. He feels like he's going to die. That's his symptoms, okay? Bear with me. Is that right? Am I right?
Yes.
So subhanAllah, the brother is saying when he sat down with his granddad, his symptoms calmed down, his heart stopped racing. So he felt calm and he felt okay. As soon as his granddad was to give him 2 feet away or a foot away, his heart will start racing again. So we took him to hospital. They've injected him with something to calm him down. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened next?
Yeah.
Okay, so he says he came back to the UK. His symptoms calmed down after going to the hospital. He took a syringe. But then one day he got angry in the street and he couldn't take hold of himself. The symptoms came back, the heart racing, and the headache got so severe that he couldn't take any paracetamols or any other form of painkiller. He didn't do anything, so he had to smoke. I don't know. He says about 10 spliffs a day.
Yeah, 10, 15.
10 to 15 joints a day to calm his headache down. This is a really important point. The brother, may Allah reward him and guide me and guide him, guide all of the Muslims. What he says is that when he started to pray, he felt his prayer was not the same. His relationship with his salah was different, and it was very strange for him and very heavy for him to actually pray. So he said, this is not normal, this is not me. He couldn't understand that. Anyway, now he's moved on to his other story, where the story when he got married. So he's married now, mashallah, tabarakallah, may Allah preserve his marriage and make him happy with his wife. He says that in his dream, he saw a woman come to him and grab him by his hand and try and pull him away from his wife. And he's grabbing his wife, and this thing, he says, he feels, because I said to him, did you see it? No, he says, it feels like a woman. So, and it's pulling him away from his wife. Anyway, inshallah, now I'm going to ask him questions about his relationship with his wife, and when did they get married, how long did they get married, to kind of determine what is actually the problem. Is it something to do with his wife, or is it something totally separate? Okay, so now I understand that you were afflicted before you got married.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the brother's come with his wife, and what's happened is that she was going to get married before she got married to this brother. She was going to get married to another individual, but she doesn't know him. It was an arranged marriage. Anyway, in the wedding, she suffered from a panic attack. So she got up and started walking away from the gathering. And in there, she panicked, had a panic attack, and then she fainted. Her father took her to somebody, or to some people who claim they have knowledge of the subject of healing and so on. And she said that these people actually write ta'aweezes and they're on not the correct way. But they made her look at the sand, and she saw faces and these things. So it's all kind of like hocus pocus. She believes that it wasn't genuine. She believed that it wasn't genuine. But from that time, she believed she started suffering. So now I need to kind of go back further and ask her, did she have any symptoms before this incident, to kind of confirm what it could be and what it could not be. So I now have to go back a bit more. So my question to you is, did you have any symptoms before this incident happened? The story is that you're seeing in dreams that your husband's cheating on you, and then you're letting out that frustration because you're obviously upset that you saw these dreams, and now you're letting it out on your husband, and obviously it's affecting the marriage. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a big problem. We can't let our dreams affect us in the way that you're describing. This is dangerous, and this dream won't stop. It will carry on. So basically now, you're justifying these dreams because you've seen them during the day, or you've had suspicion during the day, and when you go to sleep you start seeing them. Yes? Okay. That's a possibility too, but what's left is for us to read Quran and to see how you feel when you read Quran. Okay, so you're in two minds. Am I possessed or not possessed? Or is this the evil eye and I'm just suffering from the evil eye? Or is it that I'm being suspicious and paranoid about my relationship? Yeah, you're in doubts, is that correct?
Get out of that in the name of Allah. Get out. Get out. Get out of him. Get out of him. Get out of him. Get out. Get out of him. 𝗔𝗍𝗃, get out of him. Get out of him. Get out of him. I said get out in the name of Allah. Get out. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قال اهبط منها فما يكون لك أن تتكبر فيها فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين قال اهبط منها فما يكون لك أن تتكبر فيها فاخرج فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين فاخرج إنك من الصاغرين. Get out. Get out of her. Get out of her. She doesn't want you in her body. Get out. Get out. Get out. I said get out in the name of Allah. Get out. You refuse to get out? Are you refusing to get out? What do you want from her? What do you want from her? I said, what do you want from her? What do you want from her? Why are you possessing her? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أفسحر هذا 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 أم أنتم لا تبصرون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فيها عين فيها عين فيها عين فيها عين جارية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس 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 من الجنة والناس. Get out of her, weak. Get out of her. Fear Allah. Fear Allah, get out of her. You entered through sihr? I said get out of her.
I said get out. Get out. You know? You entered through magic? You entered through magic. I said, did you enter through magic? No? You love her? I said, yes. Okay. But you know she doesn't love you. You know she doesn't love you, yes? You think it's funny? Let me show you how funny this is. Now, that means both you have the same symptoms.
I feel paralyzed, bro. I'm looking away. Completely, my body is paralyzed.
No.
Completely.
Okay.
My legs.
Okay. So I just read on the brother and the sister. Both of them reacted, and they reacted where the leg was shaking, the body started becoming numb. The brother's explaining to me how he felt. So when you start reacting, the whole goal of this reaction to the jinn is to traumatize you, not let you enjoy or listen to the Quran. So whenever the Quran is recited, you feel, okay, I shouldn't be listening to this. Because you're going through a trauma now. This jinn is taking control of your body, taking control of your mind, taking control of your emotions. And this is a very traumatic event. And as a raqi, you should know this. You should know that this person is going to be traumatized. Maybe they'll never do ruqya again. Maybe they'll try to stop reading the Quran because they know that if they read the Quran, they're going to get this reaction. So you have to stop before it gets too far. Okay, so basically one of the things that I do, I try to get the brother or the sister to acknowledge what's going on. So whatever reactions they're reacting, they have to kind of acknowledge it. If they don't, that means they're in denial. If they're in denial, it's very hard to help somebody in that situation. So first they have to come to terms with their own selves, what's happening. And that's very hard to do sometimes. Sometimes they can just rationally, say, oh, I felt pain in my knee because I played football last night. And even though they didn't feel any pain until you start reading the Quran, they'll still deny that the Quran is having an effect on them. So the first thing we get the client to do is to recognize, okay, this reaction is not normal. It shouldn't be there, and it needs to stop and it needs to be controlled. And once that happens, then we can move forward.